coach my son the same way about being in the streets, who you affiliate, who you associate yourself with, and one thing he said to me a couple weeks ago, he said, yeah, some guys, he asked me what I was doing that day. And I said, well, I'm just, I ain't got much going on. He said, well, some of the guys from school, from high school that he graduated with, they were talking about going out to the mall and hanging out, whatever. And he said, I was thinking about going out there, because my girl work out there. And I said, okay, so where I come in there? I said, you not going to ride with them? He said, I don't ride with dudes. I said, what you mean? He said, I don't like riding with dudes. And I said, you know what? And I thought about it. It goes back to some shit I was telling him when he was 15, 16. I said, whenever you hop in a car with guys, you're accountable for whatever each guy in that car might be up to. Whatever bullshit they might be up to. Whether one of them has some weed, whether one of them has a gun, whether one of them has some liquor. You don't know what's going on in that car unless you know who you in the car with. Now, he got 2 homeboys that's been friends since they was little. Now, he will ride with them. He said, if it's not one of my boys, he said, I ain't just quick to hop in the car with nobody.
Right.
And I said, God damn it, this shit working.
That's good, man.
This shit is working.
That's good.
Because I had forgot when I asked him, I said, you ain't going to ride with none of them? He said, I don't fuck. He basically said, I don't fuck with them like that.
Yeah, I don't blame
I can meet y'all. And then he said, too, he said, I don't really want to be walking around the mall with 6 other niggas. He said, that shit look like. He said, I don't want to.
I didn't know kids still went to the mall.
He said, because they look at me. Well, he said they look at him as like, he the hoe puller. They look at him like they follow his lead on whether or not they're going to talk to some girls. So if they see a group of girls, they'll send him out as the lead to pull the chicks in, because he's usually the best looking dude in the group. So they'll pull him, and they know he got game, he funny, I said, dude, that shit is so... The conversations we have now are so fucking dope. Like, I spend more time with him than I do with my girls. And I try to spend time with them, too. I try to, take them to lunch individually. I try to, take them to lunch. If we go to the mall, go shopping, whatever.
This nigga is really Bill Cosby, y'all. This is amazing.
No, because, dude.
I mean, I don't mean Bill Cosby.
Dude,
like Huxtable.
The early Bill, like the character.
Damn. I
Cliff
mean,
Huxtable.
you are really like the perfect father.
No, I'm not.
He's the perfect father.
But you got to really, when you got multiple kids, and me and my wife got 3 daughters and 1 son. When you got multiple kids, you got to devote so much of your energy toward each one of them to make sure that rope don't get too long. You know what I mean? Like, even though they're grown, people say, well, your kid's grown. Yeah, they grown, but they still, they like that 2-year-old Rottweiler. Yeah, he 2, he's big, but that motherfucker still need to, you still got to give him some guidance, because if you don't, and if you let them get too far out, that's when shit goes crazy. Dude, I used to work in the strip club. I talked to them strippers. I told my son, I said, nothing is, you learn so much about women by talking to strippers.
Really?
Dude, you learn so much about,
you learn from women
you learn so much about how to deal with the women in your life by talking to strippers, because most of them I would say 98% of the strippers I talk to are in some way fucked up. Mentally, emotionally, the way they look at life, the way they look at men.
How do they look at life?
I mean, a lot of them are they just tend to be, their attitudes toward men tend to be very negative. Like, they have very negative attitudes toward men, which is understandable. Because most of the men they encounter are, the type of dudes that are disrespectful, that say and, kind of expect shit. They meet the most piggish. It's like cops. Cops have this attitude even when they're off duty, because they only deal with they deal with some of the worst parts of humanity on a day-to-day basis. They see motherfuckers that most of us avoid. They have to interact with these motherfuckers. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So when people say, well, I know the guy's a cop, but he don't seem like such a nice guy. Well, you dealing with assholes all day.
And that's why we should comply when we pulled over by the police. Would y'all please stop this shit?
Yeah.
Just comply. Just comply. It don't make sense, all that old talking and shit.
And we're not coming.
Do what they ask you to fucking do.
Yeah. And you're not coming at it from the right wing side of comply. No, you're coming at it from
like, like if I come home and I'm avoiding arguments with my wife. Nigga, it's the same thing. Like, listen, he pull you over, man. Listen to him. If you have an issue after everything, then you can go to court and get
And
you
you
a
deal with
lawyer
it
or
there.
whatever. But it doesn't make sense to sit up. You got to understand. And people, you know, in our
This whole
culture,
thing of police brutality, we talked about this a lot.
yeah,
With these cop shootings
Yeah.
and these you know, the police kill black people. all this and
exactly. So in our culture is, you know, of course, fuck the police. I'm not discounting, you know, mistreatment or misjudgment, but we had information. We know we're 9 times more likely to be killed or some shit happen. So just fucking comply. You have the information. Comply, be cool, kind,
Be
and go
cordial.
home.
Because the cop, like, I got a
Goddamn.
nephew that's a cop. The cops that I've encountered, and I've been arrested in my adult life when I was in my 20s, probably, I lose count now because I'm older and I forget, but I would say between 8 to 11 times on anything from an actual, like, traffic stop to suspended license to suspected DUI, all kind of shit, right?
Yeah.
I've never been beat by a cop. I've
You
never
was
been
nice.
punched by a cop. And even the times that I've been pulled over and ticketed, I've never had an issue with a cop. You know why? Because you got to know how to control yourself and how to behave yourself in those situations.
Exactly.
That's not the time to show your ass.
So we ask ourselves this, like, here's a guy that's making, I don't know, $50,000 a year, 40, 50,000, maybe 40 to $80,000 a year, whatever. This guy is coming up on murders. He's coming up on dead babies. He's coming up on domestic problems. He's coming up, he's seen his partner get shot in the fucking face. All this shit. Like, so of course they're gonna, you know, when they pull you over, they're scared too.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm just saying.
If you talk to a cop, every cop, if you're out somewhere and you run into a cop in the store or whatever, you just say, hey, let me ask you a question. What's the number one thing when you're doing a traffic stop that you suggest people should do? And you know what they all gonna say? Just go with it. Just be nice. Don't argue. Just admit that, you know, whatever. Just don't act like the thing they don't want. Why did you pull me? They don't want to hear all that.
Dude,
You know what I'm saying? Because 99 times out of 100, you know goddamn well why they pulled you over.
Yeah, I had a show in North Carolina. I was driving in a rental car, dude. Cop pulled me over. I was a little nervous because he asked me to step out the car. Step out the car, got in the police car. He put me in the front seat.
So you were this highway patrol.
Yeah,
Right.
highway patrol. He put me in the front seat, and we just had a conversation.
Mhm.
I was like, yeah, I'm a comedian. And we
Right.
talked. It was love, man. He was like, all right, man, just be safe out here, man. He didn't even write me a ticket.
Now, what did he pull you over for?
Speeding.
Right.
Because where you headed, I believe is to North Carolina, dude. They got like you in a 70,
Yeah.
but that bitch dropped down to 50 immediately.
Speed
like,
trap.
It's like a,
Speed trap. That's what it's
I
called.
guess,
speed trap.
but it's like you
Yeah.
don't even see the sign.
Right. It's a speed trap.
So he was very nice, white cop. He was a nice guy.
But he saw that
But
you
it-
wasn't an asshole.
But
He
if I
saw
would
that
have
you
been like,
wasn't.
what the fuck, motherfucker, you doing this because I'm black? It's like,
There you
nigga,
go.
stop. That's like me working as a pharmacist when people's coming in that bitch getting on my fucking nerves, bitch. You gonna come in there talking that shit to me? Bitch, it's gonna be a 2-hour fucking wait.
Exactly.
Yo, fuck out of here with that shit. Be nice. Have empathy for people that are doing their jobs, and especially in business of service.
Right.
Like
you can't go.
public
You can't go in
service is a
there with.
motherfucker.
You can't go in there with that kind of energy because it's been some of the high profile cases that I've seen over the last few years that everybody know about, where people were having these interactions with the cops that ended badly for the black person on the other end of the gun. The one exception is Philando Castile. That's the one exception.
And that wasn't
Philando
even a white, that
Castile,
was an Asian that
right,
shot him.
in Minneapolis, who got shot when he told the cop that he had a concealed carry and that he had his weapon in the car. That was fucked up.
What happened to that cop?
He got off. He got off. I don't know the details, but he got off. That was fucked up. The kid in outside of Cleveland, the 12-year-old, that was a fucked up situation. But a couple of these situations, the dude right here in Atlanta, in the Wendy's parking lot, with Rayshard.
I told you about that.
That shit right there, like, bruh, You can't fight like you being belligerent. You run and see. We sound like two black Republicans right now. This gonna come out. This gonna come out fucked up. This gonna come out looking real fucked up. But it is what it is. My nephew, who's a cop, he said, look, he said, I done had situations where motherfucker wanted to swing on me. Now he kind of, you know, you gonna hesitate before you swing on this motherfucker. He said, I figured, but he said, I've seen people where their adrenaline is high. Their adrenaline is real high because of the situation they in. Maybe they just got through fighting. Maybe they just got through, and I'm saying some shit they don't want to hear. He said, dude, I could take it if a motherfucker swing on me or push me or some shit like that. Like, me, get the fuck off me. He said, I can deal with that. He said, but if you gonna square up and be like, okay, I'm about to beat your ass. I don't care if you're in uniform with a gun. He said, no. He said, motherfucker, I'm not gonna take too much of that before I pull that thing out and I'm gonna put you down. He said, because you letting me know right now you don't give a fuck about my life. He said, and if it's gonna be me or you, and I got the advantage because I got this thing on me, guess what? You about to catch it. He said, I ain't never had to shoot nobody. He said, but trust me. He said, any motherfucker that'll punch me and fight me, with some of the Rayshard Brooks thing. He said, any dude that will punch, fight, kick, bite, and do all that, he said, all bets is off. And them two Atlanta cops that fought that dude, and he was getting the best of them, I don't blame them.
They were trying,
I don't fucking blame them.
When I look at that tape, they were gently trying to hold
They were trying to get him to calm the fuck down.
Man, but when the nigga took the taser and shot that motherfucker,
man please. Ain't
nigga,
no way in the hell.
Shit.
And I was thinking about it because, like, the anniversary just passed when the shit happened and people was out there, gathered out there with flowers and all this shit and remember. Man,
I told you about this shit. Nigga, night.
Night.
Fuck out of here.
If you about to beat my ass and you see that I'm a police officer, I got a full uniform.
And then the crazy part, like, he talked to this guy calmly for a fucking hour.
Yeah. I'm like, you gave him way more grace than I would have. First of all, I'm not talking to no drunk motherfucker that I don't know for an hour. If after 5-6 minutes you don't understand what the situation is, hey, bro, put your hand behind your back. Let me put these handcuffs on you. You drunk, you going to jail.
Yeah, so
I ain't got that kind of patience.
Just please comply or
yeah, not. You got to comply, and you got to teach your kids. This ain't the time to get jazzy at the mouth. This ain't the time to get slick and start talking all that shit about. Man,
you done took all that shit off your woman. Now you want to be tough with the police.
I don't want to talk too much about the women.
You walked off on her. Now you want to fight all the cops, nigga. Because that's what we do. We take, your woman argue with you. All right, babe. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, you take that shit.
You super
Some
humble.
dudes don't take it, though. Some dudes.
I'm not one of them.
Some dudes go upside that head. Some dudes go upside that head. I don't understand. I don't even understand how them relationships, like how do you hit your woman and y'all still in a relationship after that? Yeah, maybe I just never dealt with them kind of chicks that you can hit and get away with it. I know good with it.
I don't think you would attract them. I think you have to have a certain character, like they attract. I don't want to.
My wife done hit me.
This shit is going down a bad. This is going down a slippery slope.
My wife hit me before, but she didn't. But she hit me out of frustration. She didn't hit me. My wife hit me, and she done threw some shit at me before. My wife balled me. But I deserved it.
Bro. Like, I'm just embarrassed.
So toe to toe. So toe to toe. If you and your wife squared up,
I can't do nothing with it.
Even after working out,
nah.
Toe to toe.
Strong.
I mean, toe to toe. If y'all just got them,
man, she got mad at me for something.
See, but your wife from Louisiana too,
and I just
that's a different kind of.
I got in a ball position
on the ground.
And just let her hit my back. I got in the ball.
How many times did you hit you? They usually ain't gonna hit you more than 3
times. Man, I was like, yeah, she got me, man.
But that was before she had a kid. That was before y'all had a kid too.
I believe so.
Yeah, because once a woman have kids, that shit changes.
Damn,
yeah, that shit changes. Like once she have kids and they still small, then her level of I'm gonna fuck you up goes down. It goes down a lot.
Yeah, because
that kid takes a lot of that energy out of her.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. But now once they get grown, she'll whoop your ass again.
Also, I wanted to say this. So I got offered to be in a comedy competition.
What's the name of it?
The Kings and Queens of Comedy.
Yeah, you know what? I got that call too.
And
did you pass on
said,
it?
Absolutely not. No, I'm not doing that.
Yeah, I passed on it.
Are
as
you
well.
like?
Yeah.
I think for younger comics,
They tried to break it down to me like it wasn't really a competition. I'm like, no.
Like for younger comics, do your goddamn thing. But I'm 20 years in, mind you. Yeah. Last comic standing, Miller Lite champ, Shaq All-Star. No. I'm totally cool.
Yeah.
And I just don't even think when they told me the Kings and Queens of Comedy, they had a Kings and Queens of Comedy right now. It's called the 85 South Show. Yeah. And these fucking tours, these kids are selling. Desi Banks, they're killing. What
Country
are y'all
Wayne,
talking about?
Just hilarious.
Yeah, Country Wayne. Those are the Kings and Queens of Comedy right now. So
it's a different game out here.
It's a different game. You're not like, who the fuck is going to say, like if it's 2 tickets, like if you put up some tickets and you go, oh. So you got Desi Banks at the 85 South Show on one side of the street.
Right.
And then you got, hey, we got the winner of the Kings and Queens of Comedy. Come get those tickets now. The fuck out of here. Ain't nobody buying that fucking ticket. I want to say this passionately.
I'm glad that you turned it down because I did too. Cause
nigga, I would have felt like a clown.
My nightmare scenario with that was, okay, so I agree to do this, and they tell me it's not a comedy competition. It's more of a showcase type thing. And my nightmare was I'm going to be in a comedy club in Atlanta with 60 other motherfucking open micers. And I'm wearing a tag around my neck with a number 17 on that motherfucker.
And look, to young comics, do your thing. But we're talking from a perspective of being in the game. Yeah. Like we're like old prostitutes. Yeah. We are old hoes. Like, we're not like, our pussies are like toe up, nigga. The line and toe about this motherfucker.
Okay, that was a weird. That took a weird turn.
I'm saying like.
Yeah, that took a weird turn. But I'll move on from that. That's where the fuck that came from.
I'm just saying. I'm just comparing.
Yeah, but that was my, as I was looking over the form, the thing that you got to fill out to make your submission, and I was literally halfway through that shit because the person who called me said, "Hey man, it's not a competition. They really are looking to showcase Maurice. They really looking to showcase some talent, blah blah blah, and it's a TV thing." And I said, "Okay, well let me look at the application thing and ask some questions." And I'm thinking, I'm like, fuck, if I submit this shit, then they wanted a video. I said, okay, I feel like I've been down this road before, and I'm going to end up in the back of a comedy club with 60 open micers, and I'm going to have number 17 around my neck.
Yeah, and then you got the person.
And then the people that's judging me is...
Yeah, they all, hey, listen. The people never even did fucking comedy before. Oh, yeah, that was good right there. Uh-huh. The fuck?
And then, because I'm like, there's no win in this for me. Because if I go and I do this thing and somehow I'm, selected to be the representative from Atlanta, then it's just going to repeat itself in the next location.
I don't want to be a part of that
right
shit. Now, in 2020. And
if I'm not selected, now I look like the asshole that tried it.
So in 2022 and beyond, I need to get this message to the comedians. There are no more gatekeepers. You can win. It's all right here. This is all you need. It's this goddamn phone. This phone can take you places you never would have imagined. It can build you a fan base. It is all literally right here. Yeah. Like that shit, like you're jet fuel for these shows pretty much. It's all in the phone. You can put out content. We're putting out content. You build your fan base. You build your business. Period. The end. The 90s over with. I tell these motherfuckers right now, the 90s over with and it ain't coming back. Ain't nobody. And then who the fuck gonna watch it?
Yeah.
Who gonna watch it?
Yeah, because what is it? I guess
it's gonna be on Comedy Central, but shit.
Ain't nobody watching Comedy Central.
Bruh, you got all...
Nigga, I turn on Comedy Central when I want to see American Pie 2. I don't turn on Comedy Central to see no stand-up. I don't even watch stand-up.
I don't either.
I don't even watch stand-up. I don't watch...
I watch Tim Dillon is is funny as fuck.
His stand up is funny.
Oh,
I'm
my
listening to his
God.
podcast.
Tim Dillon.
I haven't watched his stand up.
Funny motherfucker, bro. I just checked him out. You'll love it.
So is he gay? What is his deal?
He's gay, but he doesn't look gay.
Yeah, because he comes off as just a kind of like a
regular
redneck,
white guy. Like,
yeah, regular white guy. But,
he'll tell you I got the face of a racist, but
yeah,
he's gay.
Oh,
I don't know, like
okay.
if he's not really gay, is brilliant that he said he is, because it's like now this motherfucker.
Because nothing
can
he
say-
talks about gives you LG. Nothing he talks about.
But
gives you
he's
the
gay.
vibes.
Supposedly, allegedly,
he's the
he's
straightest
gay.
looking gay dude I've ever seen.
Hey man,
Nothing gives off like you know who gave like who's supposed to be straight but gave off gay vibes was the dude from Chrisley Knows Best, like Todd Chrisley. He gives off so many gay vibes, but he's supposedly straight. This dude is the complete opposite. It's a reality show.
yeah, dude, he
gives
funny,
off
man.
nothing
He's
gay.
funny.
I've never
as
seen his
fuck,
stand up
bro.
though. Do you
He's
got stuff on? Do you
hilarious,
got
bro.
stuff on
You
like
go check his
Netflix?
Netflix special out.
He got Netflix.
That
special.
motherfucker funny, man.
Okay.
That's a funny. He built like Kevin. Kevin was son.
So he's
They got the same body.
oh.
He built
We
just
got to
like
wrap
Kevin.
this shit up, man. Get up
This
outta
was
here.
a great show. You see,
This
we
really was.
was able to
We
cover
talked
this
about a
motherfucker.
lot.
This is really a phone conversation.
And we're probably
we
gonna
just
chop.
had.
We're probably gonna chop this up and segment it out on YouTube.
Yeah, fuck it.
Yeah.
That's whatever.
And yeah, so that's gonna be happening over the next week or so. All right. So let's wrap this shit
Let's
up.
wrap it
I
up,
got
man.
stuff to do.
Hey, man, thank you guys, man. This has been another episode of Two Virgos and a Mic. I am LeVar Walker, and this is
K. Douglas, man.
That
We
is
are
right.
Out this bitch.
We Out.